Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Quick Cut YouTube channel. Here as we get set for the fourth and final game of the North Florida Youth Football Silver Division Championships. As now we will have our fourth and final game get set and underway with the Creek Outlaws taking on the Orange Park Raiders. My name is Jake Ricker with you. So, if you're just tuning in, we had 3 games take place earlier. 6 and under division, Warriors winning that one 20-16. 8 and under, the Knights winning 13-17. 10 and under, it was the Toros winning 22-6. We'll play 10-minute 4 quarters. Or 4 10-minute quarters, and both teams will start their drives on their own 35-yard lines. So it's the Raiders to start thing off here, and we already have a flag before the snap on that play. Couple of Blue Angels flying by right now. So 1st and 15 now for the Raiders. Buckman, the quarterback for the Raiders in shotgun, takes this snap. He's going to drop back to pass, throws it over to the right side, and that ball is a little too far for his receiver and falls incomplete. That was intended for number 80, Dustin Smith. And it'll be now 2nd and 15. They'll hand this one off, and the Outlaws nearly take him down in the backfield, and he now gets back to the line of scrimmage or maybe gains a yard. That was number 28 on the carry. There is a flag on the play. It was Timothy Brooks. This hold goes against the Raiders, so that again will erase the run and push him back. So it's 2nd and 25 now for the Raiders. Buckman in the shotgun, takes this snap. He's going to look right, under a little bit of pressure, throws it deep downfield, and it is nearly intercepted. That one in and out of the hands of the Outlaws defender, number 23, who nearly had that interception. Actually, Paul is 27. Blake Soares. So it's going to be 3rd and 25 once again for the Raiders with 8:49 remaining in the first half. Makes the snap. They're going to hand this one off. A little short run up the middle. That's number 1, Xavier White. Now 4th down for the Raiders. And they'll get set to punt this one away. And a nice, good punt by the Raiders punter. And that ball will roll all the way down to the 23-yard line. And now we'll get to see the Creek Outlaws offense come out for the first time with 8:04 remaining in this first quarter. 0-0 is our score. Leading the Outlaws onto the field is quarterback Mark Brinkley. Brinkley lines up under center on this 1st and 10, starting from there, and a handoff up the middle. It won't go much. Now that'll make it 2nd and 10 on their own 24-yard line. Brinkley again lines up under center. Takes the snap, hands this one off, and a good run up the middle. Not a little bit of a hole. That's number 19, Christopher Harrison on the carry. And that'll make it a 3rd and 3 now, coming up for the Outlaws. Brinkley takes his snap, hands it off to his running back, who powers his way up the middle and gains maybe a yard, so that'll set up a 4th and 1. Might be a little closer to a 4th and 2. And the Outlaws are going to line up to try and go for this one. Brinkley's going to take it himself. Quarterback sneak to the middle, and he should have it. That'll be a 1st down for the Outlaws. They keep their drive alive with 5:58 remaining in this first quarter. 0-0 is your score. Outlaws got the stop on their opening defensive possession. And that'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Outlaws take the snap, pitch it out to the outside, and with some room to run all the way across midfield now, still going, and is finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That was number 22 on the carry, Matthew Mizell. And now we will have a water break timeout. And if you're just tuning in here to the Quick Cut YouTube channel and the North Florida Youth Football Silver Division Championships, again, we had the 6 and under group go earlier. 20-16 was your final. The Warriors won that one. For the 8 and under group, it was the Knights who prevailed, 13-17. And then the 10 and under group, it was the Toros who dominated that one, 22-6. And if you missed yesterday's games, 6 and under group, it was the Outlaws who won that 16-8. Or the 8 and under, it was the Toros who won 27-0. And then 10 and under, the Warriors won in a thrilling comeback, or 19-13. And to cap it all off, the Toros took down the Outlaws 35-14. Now 1st and 10 here for the Outlaws on a handoff, who tries to bat to the outside, but he's brought down quickly. That was number 2 on the carry, Caden Sumdeer. Tackle was also made by number 80, Dustin Smith. Second and 12 now for the Outlaws. Pitch to the outside, makes a cut back up the middle and taken down at about the 38-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Outlaws. 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Outlaws looking to score on their opening possession. They've had a good drive so far. Brinkley under center, takes the snap, throws to his left, and it's caught and immediately brought down very close to that first down yard line. That was caught by number 20, Elijah Moore. And the Raiders will have to try and stop the Outlaws once again on 4th down as they line up to go for it. It's about 4th and 1. Brinkley under center, takes the snap, and a flag goes out. And I think that's going to be encroachment on the defense, and it will. So that's going to give the Outlaws a first down. Not what you wanted if you're the Orange Park Raiders, with a chance to stop them there on 4th down. Brinkley now under center on this 1st and 10 with some timeouts. It's going to be a timeout taken by the Raiders. Head coach does not look too thrilled that his defense still has to be on the field. .248 remaining in the first quarter. We'll get set to get things back underway. The Outlaws have a 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 29-yard line. Brinkley takes a snap, hands that one off, and now a reverse back the other way. He's got a lot of room to run, and a blocker downfield makes a cut inside, still on his feet. And finally taken down inside the 10-yard line. Elijah Moore with a nice run. But there is a flag down on the field, and it's going to go against the Outlaws, so that run's coming back. Outlaws set up here now on this 1st and 15. Brinkley under center. Takes the snap, hands this one up with a spin move on the outside, but then brought down by the Raiders defense. That was Matthew Mizell on the carry. And that'll now set up a 2nd and 15 for the Outlaws. Brinkley in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He'll drop back. Under a lot of pressure, throws this one out. It's caught for a screen pass, and not many blocks get put up downfield, and just about gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Matthew Mizell. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for the Outlaws with 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Brinkley under center, takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off as they run it to the inside and take it down for just a short gain. Is number 19, Christopher Harrison, and that'll set up a 4th and 5 for the Outlaws here. They've gone for it twice on 4th down so far, but those were 4th and 1 situations. And the clock hits 0, so we hit the end of the first quarter. No score so far. But the Outlaws have a 4th down decision coming up. Now we're set to start the second quarter now. On a 4th down situation for the Outlaws. They're going to try ahead and go for this. Brinkley going to throw over the middle, and that one is dropped and will fall incomplete. So a turnover on downs for the Outlaws to give the Raiders the ball. And they will start off around their own 25-yard line. Buckman in the shotgun, takes a snap. He hands this one off, couple blocks downfield, and a nice stiff arm right there. Barrels his way out of bounds to pick up the first down. That's number 28. Timothy Brooks on the carry. So first and 10 for the Raiders now on their own 36-yard line. Ockham takes a snap, hands that one off up the middle again. Another nice run from the Raiders. This one, again, it's Brooks on the carry. He picked up about 9 on the play. Actually, they're going to mark him about 2 yards short, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. And now a couple whistles here before the snap. The officials had to confirm something there, but we're good to go. So 8:20 remaining. Ockham takes a snap, hands this one off, and he's got some room to run. Brooks still on his feet, across the 10, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Timothy Brooks with a huge touchdown run for the Raiders to get them on the board, and they take a 6-0 lead.
All right, Raiders will attempt.
And they are going to go for 2.
From the 5-yard line.
And of course, if you're not familiar with the rules, if the ball is taken from the 3-yard line, that's for 1 point, and then from the 5, it'll be for a 2-point conversion. Raiders have elected to take it from the 5. Ockham drops back, throws this one, it's caught, and he breaks a tackle and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. A great job from Devin Lee, who was nearly brought down outside the end zone, but he gets in for the 2-point conversion, so it's an 8-0 lead for the Orange Park Raiders. Now the Outlaws offense will head back out onto the field to try and respond after a huge touchdown run from Brooks. Outlaws quickly to the line of scrimmage. Brinkley takes a snap, going to throw this one on a quick curl route, and that one's caught by Caden Sudmere. Outlaws trying to keep this quick pace tempo Brinkley takes a snap, throws this one on the left sideline, and that one over the head of his receiver and will fall incomplete. Brinkley sets up in the shotgun on this 3rd and 4. Takes the snap, throwing to his left-hand side. It's caught at the 45-yard line and diving towards midfield. And it was number 15. It's Christopher Harrison who got down the ball to midfield. So 1st and 10 at midfield for the Outlaws with 6:40 remaining in this first half. Outlaws trail 8-0 against the Orange Park Raiders. Brinkley in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to try and run it himself, but it doesn't get anywhere, so it'll be 2nd and 10, still at midfield. Brinkley directing traffic. Now set up in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, drop back, looks to his left, now throws, and it's nearly intercepted, but that ball out of bounds. So now 3rd and 10 for the Outlaws with 5:15 remaining in this first half. They trail 8-0 after a huge touchdown run by Brooks. Put the Orange Park Raiders up on the board. Then they got the 2-point conversion.
3rd down 10, Outlaws. Raiders defense looking for a stop.
Now Brinkley alone in the backfield for this 3rd and 10. He'll take the snap. Throwing down the left sideline, and it is incomplete. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is, and if the Outlaws will have to punt. I think this one might be going against the Raiders. The officials talking to the Outlaws. I know, will be against the Outlaws actually, so it is going to be 4th down for the Outlaws. So 4th and 10 at midfield, and it looks like the Outlaws are going to get set to punt this one away. And another good punt. And a good bounce for the Outlaws. That ball and is now picked up, and the Raiders are going to try to return this one a little bit. Still on his feet. Got away from that sideline and brought it all the way down to her own 40-yard line. That ball was originally punted to the 20. That's a near 20-yard return. Well, the Raiders will have some decent field position to start things off with 4:18 remaining in the half.
Raiders defense holds. Offense back on the field, trying to extend the lead.
And we'll have a water break timeout.
4:17 left in the first half.
Raiders currently lead at 8-0 with 4:17 remaining in this first half. You're listening to the Quick Cut YouTube channel here on the North Florida Youth Football's Silver Division Championship weekend. Of course, my name is Jake Ricker with you all weekend. We're in the final game of today, actually, and then we'll be so 1st and 10, starting off on their own 40-yard line for the Raiders.
All right, Raider ball. Here we go.
Buckman in the shotgun. And a high snap over the head. Buckman's got to go back to try and get this one, and he falls on top of it on their own 20-yard line. So you're basically starting right where the original punt landed. And now it's going to be second and 28. So a long way to go for this Raiders offense. As they look to try and go up 2 scores. Buckman takes the snap, drops back under pressure, hit as he throws, and that ball is knocked down incomplete. That one intended for number 11, Devin Lee. That'll set up a 3rd and 28 now for the Raiders. Buckman in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to hand this one up towards the outside. He's got some room to run. Makes one man miss. Still going. Can he stay in bounds? And he gets knocked out of bounds just past that first down yard marker, I believe. And yes, he has got the first down. Another fantastic run by number 28. And again, that's Timothy Brooks. Brooks, who had that huge touchdown run earlier, picks up nearly 30 yards to give the Raiders a first down. First and 10 for the Raiders, now in Outlaws territory. Buckman takes the snap. He'll drop back under pressure. Again, hit as he throws. But this one's caught at the 30-yard line. Still on his feet. And it's going to take multiple Outlaw defenders to bring him down at about the 28-yard line. That was number 11 on the catch, Devin Lee. And this Raiders offense continues to roll with 2:17 remaining in the first half. Buckman again lines up in the shotgun with Brooks behind him. Takes the snap, going to hand this one off. And it's Brooks who makes one move and is taken down maybe 1 yard ahead of the line of scrimmage. So that'll set up a 2nd and 9 with 1:40 remaining in the first half. And now a timeout taken by the Raiders. So that'll stop the clock at 1:29. Raiders lead it 8-0. And they're looking to try and put up another score before the end of the half. Brooks has been the star of the Raiders offense. And earlier he had a near 60-yard touchdown run. And now 2nd and 9. Buckman takes the snap, going to hand it off, and the ball is loose. And it looks like the Raiders fell back on top of that to keep the ball, but now that'll set up a 3rd and long.
Here. Orange Park.
23 Kirkpatrick checks into the game as number 28 Brooks will come out for a break. Buckman in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll drop back. He's under pressure, trying to scramble away, and he's brought down by the Outlaws defense near midfield, and now the Outlaws will take a timeout with 33 seconds remaining. As the Raiders are going to have to get set to punt this one away. So on a 4th and 28, the Raiders will get set to punt it away with 33 seconds left in the half. They lead the Outlaws 8-0. Two Outlaw players back to receive this. One of them, number 20, Elijah Moore. And another good punt from the Raiders. And it takes a Raiders bounce and now picked up by the Outlaws, and they'll start to take it back. And staying in bounds now across midfield. He's across the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! The Outlaws pick up a bouncing punt return and take it all the way back into the end zone for a score. With 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Yeah, what a turn of events here, as now the Outlaws will get set to try and maybe go for 2 to tie this game. The Raiders did something similar when they picked up the punt and returned it for 20 yards, but this time the Outlaws able to stay in bounds. And they are setting up to go for 2, so that punt was fielded about the 20-yard line, I want to say, so an 80-yard touchdown. And now the Outlaws out to try and tie this game on the 2-point conversion. And now a timeout by the Raiders. They'll try and get their defense set. And they'll get set now for the 2-point conversion. Brinkley in the shotgun. It's Mizell to his left, takes a snap, throws out. That one's caught by Mizell, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Now this game is now tied at 8. You know, this coming with just 11 seconds remaining in the half. And they will now let the clock roll, and that should take us to halftime. So your score at the end of the first half is 8-8. Creek Outlaws and the Orange Park Raiders in a close one. We'll take a break and then we'll come back for the second half here on the Quick Cut YouTube channel for the North Florida Youth Football Silver Division Conference Championships.
Choose your fighter. Lakey Inspired. Fight.
Welcome back to the Quick Cut YouTube channel here for the North Florida Youth Football Silver Division Conference Championships. We get set for the second half. The Creek Outlaws taking on the Orange Park Raiders. Currently in a tie ball game at 8.
I got a tie one here. Get ready to start the second.
And the Outlaws will start with the ball on their own 35-yard line. Brinkley under center. Takes the snap, pitches this one to the outside. And he'll try to get around a couple defenders, runs out of bounds.
Looks like he has enough for him.
At about the 46-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down, though.
What's wrong, the yard markers or the freaking down boxes? It's the yard markers.
First and 10 now for the Outlaws. Brinkley fakes the handoff under pressure, and he's brought down in the backfield for a sack. Good job by the Raiders defense there.
Loss of 5 on the play.
So now it's going to be second and 15.
Second down 15, Creeks.
Brinkley in the shotgun. Takes the snap, he'll drop back. Lots of pressure on his way, throws for the screen pass. It's caught, flag on the play. And taken out of the 50-yard line right at midfield. We'll see what the flag is, though. This one might be coming back. And it is going to be against the Outlaws, so that'll erase that play.
Just beyond the line of scrimmage, lineman downfield.
So it'll be 2nd and 20 now.
Second down. Outlaws will have 20 to go.
Brinkley sets up under center. Takes the snap, throwing out to his left-hand side. That one's caught, but it breaks away here from a tackle, still on his feet. And now just past the original line of scrimmage was Caden Sunmere.
Picks up 12. We third down 8.
And that'll make it 3rd and 8 now. With 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. Outlaws trying to break this tie. Brinkley. And he's going to get the defense to jump. So the Raiders will take a encroachment penalty. Just got about the whole defensive line to jump on that one. So now instead of it being a 3rd and 8, it turns into a 3rd and 3. Much more manageable third down for the Outlaws. Brinkley takes the snap and he'll pitch it out to the outside, and a little bit of room to run, but will fall short of that first down yard marker. That was number 22, Matthew Mizell. And actually after the spot, it will be enough, so it's an Outlaw first down. 6:21 remaining in this third quarter. 1st and 10 now for the Outlaws, and they will sit at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Brinkley lets up under center. Takes the snap, drops back, throws out to his left-hand side, and that one's caught at the 30. And then he's taken down at the 25-yard line. Great play there from the Outlaws. That was number 27, Blake Soares, on the reception. So now 1st and 10 for the Outlaws. And they'll take a quick timeout with 5:44 remaining in this third quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Outlaws. 5:30 remaining in this third quarter. Brinkley takes a snap, drops back, throwing for that screen pass again, and still on his feet now, cutting up the middle and into the end zone. Number 19, that's Christopher Harrison in for the score. Actually, there's a flag on the play.
Waved off. Touchdown is good.
No, flag has been waved off now, so it is a good touchdown. And the Outlaws will line up to go for 2 here. Brinkley lines up in the shotgun. He's got Soares to his left. Brinkley takes a snap, drops back, under pressure, throwing up into the end zone, and it's intercepted and quickly tackled. So 2-point conversion is no good.
The Outlaws lead.
But the Outlaws have a 14-8 lead off a touchdown reception from Christopher Harrison.
Official timeout for a water break.
And now we'll get a timeout for a water break before the Raiders come back out onto the field for offense.
All right, back to action. First and 10 Raiders.
And now we're set to go again in this third quarter. Raiders take over on offense, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Buckman takes a snap, hands this one off.
Next few guys minutes, cuts it back in.
And running up the middle, still going on his feet, and finally taken down at midfield
Pick up a 20.
is Brooks once again. He has been excellent for the Raiders. First and 10 at midfield now for the Raiders. Buckman takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off, and the ball is out and loose. And the Outlaws have recovered the ball. A huge fumble recovery for the Creek Outlaws. So many things were going right for the Raiders offense, but
And the Outlaw defense.
a mishandled handoff turns into a fumble recovery for the Outlaws. So now they will take over on offense in the 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Outlaw offense back on the field, up by 6. In Raider territory.
Brinkley under center now. Takes the snap. He'll hand this one on up the middle to the fullback.
One, maybe two. Second down, 8.
Picks up 2 on the play, so 2nd and 8 now for the Outlaws with 3:06 remaining in the first half. Or in the third quarter, excuse me.
Under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Second and 8, Outlaws up by 6.
Brinkley lines back up under center for the second down. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now rolls to his left, unloads it deep down the field, and it is nearly caught, but it goes down incomplete.
Have a flag down at the 27.
Well, there is a flag on the field. It was intended for number 20, Elijah Moore. And the call is a hold against the Raiders, so that'll give the Outlaws a first down after the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 30-yard line, actually closer to the 29. Brinkley lines up under center. Takes the snap, pitches it to the outside with some room to run, and now pushes his way out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. That was number 58, Alexander Camus.
Gain of 5. Second down, 5. Three.
Outlaws lead the Raiders 14-8 and are currently looking to try and extend their lead. Brinkley lines up under center, takes the snap, and will hand it off to his fullback. He's got some blockers downfield and is taken down at about the 15-yard line.
And gets another Outlaw first down.
Another good play from the Outlaws to set up a 1st and 10. They officially spot him at the 16. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Brinkley takes the snap, pitches it to, and there's miscommunication. Ball is loose. Brinkley's got to fall on top of it. He tried to pitch it to his running back, but his running back wasn't there. But he does get on top of it, so that'll set up a 3rd and long now. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 17.
Outlaws will let this clock run out. That'll do it at the 3 quarters of play.
And they're going to let the clock run down to hit 0. So we'll head to the fourth quarter with the Outlaws leading at 14-8. After a Harrison touchdown reception put the Outlaws up. Just joining us here on the Quick Cut YouTube channel for the North Florida Youth Football Silver Division Conference Championships. We've had 3 games earlier today. 6 and under group went first with the Warriors winning their matchup 20-16, and the Knights took home the victory 17-13. And then the Toros won the 10 and under division with a 22-6 win. Now we are here with the Outlaws taking on the Raiders. The Outlaws lead it 14-8. Started off with a 60-yard touchdown run from Brooks, putting the Raiders up 8-0. Or the Outlaws, 8-0. And then a punt return touchdown by the Raiders tied the game at 8. And then after the Raiders offense turned over the ball on a bad snap, the Outlaws then punched it in on a Harrison touchdown reception to make it 14-8. And that is where we currently stand. And now we'll get set here. Just a couple minutes away from starting the fourth quarter. 10 minutes remaining in this one. See, the wind is blowing pretty good here at Bulls School in Jacksonville, Florida. And the fourth quarter is set to go. Outlaws have the ball on the Raiders' 24-yard line. And it's about 2nd and 17. Brinkley will get set up under center. Harrison in the backfield. Brinkley takes the snap, fakes the pitch, now throws down to left sideline. Wide open, is caught, and then makes a spin move and into the end zone for the touchdown is Bach Brinkley.
Outlaw touchdown.
And Brinkley has put his team up another score. It is now 20-8 with 9:40 remaining in this fourth quarter.
It's unbelievable. And listen, these knuckleheads, they're going to pull them out and try to pull them out on offense. Watch. When they switch. Watch them.
Outlaws will now set up for the 2-point conversion.
I knew it was going to be a disaster. I told you at halftime. He didn't sub anybody in the whole first half. That's bad.
Brinkley takes the snap, going to roll to his right, looking to try and make a throw. He's going to take it himself this time, and he's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So it'll be 22-8. Outlaws lead it. With 9:40 remaining in the fourth quarter, now the Raiders will get back on offense, looking to try and get something going. First and 10 for the Raiders at their own 35 now. Buckman takes the snap, going to hand it off onto his receiver coming in motion, but he's got nowhere to go, and the Outlaws take him down behind the line of scrimmage. That was Lee, who was on the carry, and he ends up with a loss of 2. So it'll make it 2nd and 12 now. So 2nd and 12 now for the Raiders. Buckman in the shotgun once again. Takes the snap, hands it off to his running back, that's Brooks, and he's got nowhere to go. I think he lost the ball. Officials say he's down. He got back on top of it looks like. You know, Brooks has had an excellent game, had a little bit of trouble there, and now it's 3rd and 19. With 8 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter, and the Raiders trail 22-8. And the Raiders will take a timeout here as they get set for this 3rd and long. And then Outlaws now back out on defense. The Raiders try to pick up this 3rd and 19. Buckman takes the snap. He's going to hand it off here, and now tripped up just at the line of scrimmage was Brooks once again. Madden McEwen was able to trip him up for the Outlaws defense. So it's going to be 4th and long as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Fourth down, Buckman in the shotgun. Takes the snap, he'll drop back, looks to his left, now throws deep downfield, and it is knocked down incomplete. Multiple Outlaw defenders there to break up that pass, and that means it's a turnover on downs. So the Outlaws will have a 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 25-yard line. Brinkley lines up center as they lead 22-8 with 6 minutes remaining in this one. Pitch outside to his fullback, still powering his way through and finally taken down. That's number 2, Caden Sudmere. Sudmere, excuse me. And now 2nd and 3 for the Outlaws. Takes a snap, going to hand this one on up off the middle. Flag comes in on the play. That was Blake Soares on the carry. And this one will go against the Outlaws, so that'll back them up. And that'll make it a third, or still 2nd down, excuse me, so 2nd and 14. Brinkley under center. Takes the snaps, going to hand this one up off the middle, and he'll gain maybe 2 on the play. Nothing much going. That was number 58 on the carry. Alexander Camus. Brinkley will line up for this 3rd and 11. Take the snap, another handoff up the middle, and again that is Caden Sudmere. He doesn't get much on the run though, so that'll set up a 4th and 7. Now a timeout taken. With 3:50 remaining in the 4th quarter, Outlaws lead it 22-8. So 4th and 7 now for the Outlaws. Brinkley under center, going to snap, going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw this one towards the end zone, and it is intercepted by the Raiders. And they will stop the Outlaws there from picking up any more points, which gives them a little bit of a chance with 3:37 left in the 4th quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders On their own 5-yard line, Buckman lined up right on the goal line in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, going to hand this one off to Moore, and he's got a lot of room. Breaks a couple of tackles, and then is finally going to be wrapped up and brought down at about the 22-yard line. It picks up a first down for the Raiders, and they'll keep this drive going with 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And then a handoff up the middle to, again, that's Moore. Or Brooks, excuse me. He picks up maybe a yard. Now it'll be 2nd and 10. Buckman in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left. He's going to throw this one downfield, and it is nearly intercepted. Flag comes in. I think this one's going to go against the Outlaws as Devin Lee fell down as he was trying to go for that pass. And this one will go to against the Outlaws, so it's going to be a Raiders first down with 2:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Outlaws lead 22-8. Buckman takes the snap. He's going to hand this one up off the middle. And that's Brooks on the carry, who picks up about 4, maybe 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 now. With time becoming the issue here for the Orange Park Raiders, is there only 1:40 remaining in this fourth quarter, and they're down by 2 scores. Buckman takes the snap. He'll drop back, has some protection. Now rolls out to his right. Going to try and take it himself. And he gets a couple. Set up a third and 3. A 1:24 remaining here for the Raiders. Buckman takes a snap, drops back, throws that one over the middle, and it's intercepted. Outlaws pick this one off, and now he's going to try to return it, and he's taken down. That's number 18, Madden McEwen, with the interception. And that should just about do it. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Outlaws. They'll take over on the Raiders' 47-yard line. And Brinkley just kneels this one down.
Quarterback takes the knee.
Under a minute to go now in this fourth quarter. Outlaws in victory formation.
Quarterback takes the knee.
And they'll take one more knee, and that will do it as the Creek Outlaws defeat the Orange Park Raiders by a final score of 22-8. And that'll do it for our fourth and final game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Quick Cut YouTube channel for the North Florida Youth Football Silver Division Conference Championships. Just to recap for you real quick, the 6 and under group got early off on this morning, and they won. Warriors won that one 20-16. Then the Knights won 17-13 in the 8 and under division. The 10 and under team saw the Toros win it 22-6, and now, of course, with the 12 and under group, it's the Outlaws winning this one 22-8. And of course, we had 4 games yesterday. 8 and under, the Outlaws won that one 16-8, or the 6 and under, and then the 8 and under, the Toros won 27-0, and the 10 and under Warriors won 19-13, and for the 12 and under, the Toros won that one 35-14. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And that'll do it for us on this weekend conference championship, and we'll see you guys next time.